Before we start the movie, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and activate the notification bell so you don't miss any new content we upload. And don't forget to follow us on Facebook. You'll find the link in the description box. At the beginning of the movie, we see a woman named Ellie arguing with her daughter Kim, but they quickly make up. Ellie is a German literature teacher who gives general lessons to anyone interested in learning the German language. Meanwhile, her husband Maddie spends a lot of time at home doing simple things and even enjoys cooking. However, Maddie faces problems because of his old age and lack of enthusiasm. That night, Maddie was watching something on the computer, and Ellie tried to get close to him, but Maddie seemed busy and did not care. The next day, Ellie was teaching her literature class as usual, and there was a young man named Jarno who asked many questions, which caught Ellie's attention. Ellie returned home and saw Maddie and Kim Young singing together. At that moment, Ellie thought that in order to improve her relationship with Maddie, they should go on vacation. Finally, Ellie and Maddie went on vacation and stayed at a hotel. However, Ellie noticed that Maddie's behavior showed no interest in their romantic relationship. In fact, that afternoon, while they were enjoying the heat, Ellie asked Maddie to arrange her clothes for her, but Maddie did not help. Ellie then tried asking the hotel porter for help, and Maddie allowed it. Ellie realized that Maddie simply did not care about her. The next day, Ellie and Maddie went to the beach and had dinner at a restaurant. Ellie remained enthusiastic and hoped Maddie would share her excitement, but Maddie stayed silent. Even that night, Maddie paid no attention to Ellie. The following day, they both went to the beach to take pictures and look for beautiful scenery. Ellie tried to understand what had happened to Maddie, but when she asked him to take a picture of her while she was taking some photos, Maddie mumbled carelessly, which made Ellie angry, and she snatched the camera from him until it fell. That night, Ellie returned to the hotel and then saw Maddie from the upper floor swimming in the pool. After that, Ellie tried to reconcile and suggested the possibility of seeing a marriage counselor after returning from vacation. The two finally returned home, and Ellie continued teaching as usual, but this time Jarno seemed more engaged with the literary material alongside Ellie. Then, when she returned home, Jarno waited for Ellie and said he was very happy to spend more time with her. Ellie did not respond but told Jarno that he could ask questions in class. Ellie returned home looking at Maddie, who truly did not care. This made Ellie think about Jarno, who genuinely cared about her. The next day, when Jarno returned to the university, Ellie arrived at the same time. When they entered the elevator, it suddenly malfunctioned. Ellie did not even feel embarrassed sitting on the elevator floor in front of Jarno for a while. Jarno realized that Ellie had opened the door for communication, so he finally moved closer to kiss her before the elevator worker came to get them out. That night, Ellie saw once again that Maddie did not care about her. Ellie eventually went to meet Jarno at a party and later returned with him to his apartment. That night, they finally lived a love story together. After that, Ellie felt very happy and walked back home. Then Ellie was surprised to find Maddie waiting for her while playing games on his laptop. This truly surprised the audience. Maddie did not seem suspicious or angry at Ellie. Why had Ellie returned home almost in the morning? The next day, Ellie confessed everything to her close friend Helena, and Helena strongly supported her. Ellie also spent a lot of time with Jarno in their secret relationship, while Maddie remained busy in front of his laptop. Ellie now changed her style of clothing to look like a younger woman. However, Ellie still tried to improve her relationship with Maddie, but it did not negatively affect her as long as she was with Jarno. At home with Maddie, Ellie tried to spend enjoyable time together. One morning, when Jarno called, Ellie rejected the call and went to surprise Maddie, who was cleaning the living room. Ellie tried to encourage Maddie's enthusiasm, but Maddie refused, hoping Ellie would simply be patient with his mood. That night, Ellie angrily spent time at a party with Jarno. The next day, Ellie met Helena and told her more about her relationship with Maddie, and Helena continued supporting whatever her friend wanted. That night at a restaurant, while Ellie and Maddie were talking with their friends, Jarno appeared with his girlfriend. Ellie became nervous, immediately followed Jarno, and watched them from behind a wall. Then Ellie went to the bathroom and found the woman who had been with Jarno. While Ellie was pulling at the young woman's clothes, it seemed as though she wanted to see the difference between herself and the young woman, making the situation tense as the young woman felt uncomfortable with Ellie's behavior. Ellie returned home feeling disappointed, while Maddie felt guilty. The next day, after class ended, Jarno stopped Ellie while she was heading home from teaching and tried to convince her. Ellie was still angry at Jarno, but Jarno insisted, making Ellie unable to resist his kindness, and eventually a romantic relationship grew again between them. Then Ellie felt that her face was gradually beginning to fade, so she visited a doctor to preserve the beauty of her face. Shortly afterward, Ellie was informed of her aunt's arrival. She returned home and found Maddie sitting with his laptop sending messages to a woman named Diana, with whom he had secretly communicated for a long time. That night, Ellie was with Helena, and as usual they exchanged stories. Then Jarno sent a message asking Ellie to meet him, and as usual they spent time together happily. Ellie returned home but found Maddie already asleep early and unconcerned about where she had gone. The next day, Ellie received a call from her aunt inviting her to come over. Ellie was still confused, but she did not want to be biased regarding her aunt's arrival. Then Ellie met Jarno again, but this time she felt a huge emptiness in her relationship with him. Eventually, Ellie left Jarno and went to pick up her aunt, who had just arrived by train. They did not have much time, but Ellie's meeting with her aunt was full of hope, as her aunt gave Ellie a lot of advice about the importance of the home she had built with Maddie. Her aunt encouraged her about the importance of honesty in relationships, explaining that honesty between partners can build hope and strong feelings in the ship of life. Ellie then returned home to find Maddie waiting for her at the dinner table. There, they talked, but this time Ellie revealed that Maddie had always had a secret partner he constantly shared things with. Hearing this, Ellie became extremely angry after discovering the painful secret, because all this time Ellie believed Maddie was an honest man. Despite the pain Ellie felt inside, Maddie finally admitted that he had another lover who had been with him all this time. Maddie heard everything calmly and seemed to think he would feel freer afterward. Ellie believed that they had both made the same mistake, so she decided to get rid of his laptop to prevent Maddie from communicating with Iana. The next day, Ellie met Jarno at a cafe to say goodbye, even though Jarno did not want to separate. Ellie was determined to repair her relationship with Maddie. Ellie then went looking for a new atmosphere, but she found a man trying to disturb their relationship. There was no other solution. After Ellie found happiness again, she returned home to watch Maddie, who was still searching for a way to contact Iana. The next day, Ellie and Maddie went to a marriage counselor to receive advice and try to repair their relationship. Ellie and Maddie now realized that they had gone through many problems that damaged their relationship. The couple decided to change their lives to become more harmonious. Finally, they went together to pick up Kim, who had just returned from a study trip. At the end of the movie, we see the three of them walking together happily, agreeing to turn the page on their past and move toward a better future. The movie ends. If you liked the movie, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and activate the notification bell so you don't miss any new content we upload.